My name is Amfrin Dondo. I am the director of the Sexual Rights Center. So I'm going to share one of our best practice stories that we have had as an organization. The Sexual Rights Center has been working with religious leaders for about 3 years now. And part of our success with religious leaders is the amount of leverage, the amount of distance we have moved in terms of their growth and understanding of the issues affecting LGBT communities. When we started the inception phase of the project, the religious leaders were really skeptical about our intentions when we approached them to come and dialogue around these issues. What we had seen, we had just completed a needs assessment where LGBT persons were speaking to how the church was not a safe space for them. There were examples of people who were asked not to sing or to participate in the choir. They were asked to sit out of sessions where they would get pastoral care and sit at the back of the church. So some people had literally stopped going to the church and were not getting any spiritual nourishment or any pastoral care from within the religious spaces. So we approached them, about 30 religious leaders that we have been continuously engaging with over the years. What we have seen in one of the sessions, we were commemorating an event called the International Day Against Homophobia and Transphobia, ITAHOT, on May 17, 2015. So we had brought together religious leaders, we had brought together communities, our communities of LGBT persons and their parents. We were speaking to issues of love as a family value in different spheres, the importance of love within the religious circles, the importance of love within the church, and having ministries that were affirming of LGBT persons. We were speaking of the importance of love within the family space itself. So we had narratives of LGBT persons speaking of their experiences of the lack of love and the positive aspects of getting love from family members. It could be parents, it could be siblings, it could be the extended family in broad. We also had family members of persons who are LGBT persons speaking to their life journeys with their children as lesbian girls or as with their gay children, with their gay sons. So we had quite a lot of exchanges within that space. We also had invited an organization called Contact Family Counseling Services. So we had psychosocial counselors from Contact Family Counseling Services also give narratives of the importance of love within the family space for LGBT persons. When the word got out to the community, one of the members of the congregation of the Methodist Church told a colleague or a friend of theirs that they heard their pastor speak at an event that was hosted by the Sexual Rights Center, speaking to how his church was affirming of LGBT persons, how LGBT persons were welcome to come within his church to come and worship. So two Sundays after the ITAHOT event, there was a woman within the Methodist congregation led by Reverend Mudenda who came up and gave testimony of how she has been a lesbian woman all her life, and how she was proud and that she had heard that the pastor was speaking at an event that the Sexual Rights Center had organized, and that she had been praying about not being lesbian, if it would go away, and that when she realized this is not going away, she had kept it a secret. But when she had heard that the church was affirming, she came out to the church. When the reverend heard this, he asked other members of the congregation to ask if there were any other people that felt the same or that were in the same circumstance as this woman. There were 4 other members of the congregation that were reported to have stood up and said, we also feel the same, we are in the very same situation that this woman is speaking. They were very welcome within the church. So for us, this was an expectation that we would have expected after quite a long time. This spoke to an impact level, and an impact level come too soon because we had not put up structures for immediate support in terms of educating and engaging with congregations more so that they are ready to receive LGBT persons. So we feared that even as they left the congregation, there's a possibility they may be outed, they may face even negative attitudes and backlash from even outside the communities. They could even lose their jobs to their employers. So we are at a time when we have been doing a lot of fundraising, seeking to engage the communities more deeply, engage with families in a sphere that is more affirming, have peer-to-peer and family-to-peer altruistic learning where people actually speak to the issues that they face as families. One of the positive things that came out is we have the notion within our African context that speaks to being LGBT as an African. So families were there to see that the phenomena of LGBT persons does not happen as a personal fable to specific families. It occurs in all different pockets of families for reasons unknown. So it was very affirming for LGBT persons and their families to see that this is not only something peculiar to those families. So it was a chance for people to explore their love as a family value and to affirm their love for LGBT persons that they live for. What was also interesting, we asked people to write messages on postcards to their LGBT persons or to the person that they love the most and express why they love that person beyond them being LGBT. So we had a sharing of these cards for everyone that has come through, and we're giving roses as an indication of expressing that love for everyone. We were supported by the HIVOS, the Netherlands Embassy, and ARASA to have the Aida Hot come through. We will continue with Aida Hot for 2016. We are hoping to explore positive narratives of LGBT persons within the community. One aspect that we think we will do is we're going to have solidarity messages from within the region, from all over the world. We will reach out to celebrities, to human rights defenders that are very prominent, to send in 2 to 6 minute video clips of their messages of solidarity as we commemorate. So as between now and May 17 in 2016, we have started a process of recording and finding the stories of love from within the community and the experiences of success and resilience in a context that criminalizes the being of LGBT persons.